Let's talk about 4 ways to generate leads in your service-based business. Welcome to Uncensored Sales TV. My name is Ryan Dowdy, and I am super excited that you are here with us. Your timing is perfect because we are getting ready to do our entirely free Uncensored Sales System training, where I'm going to walk you through the 5-step proven process to build a 6-figure foundation in your business. And what do you know? Step 1 to that system is lead generation. So make sure that you click the link below and register for the training. It takes place on July 20th, totally free. Super excited to dig into that to you. But let's talk lead generation. What does that mean? What does that look like, right? You've got to have people to sell to. In order to get clients, you have got to have people to sell to. But this is not a conversation about niche. We're not going to talk about where do I find the exact right person at the exact right time in the exact right space in order for me to be able to serve them. No, I don't actually believe you need a niche early on in your business. I think you're better suited to get really clear on the problem that you solve for your ideal client. Go work with a lot of different clients and then determine your niche. So how do we even start with lead generation? The first way to generate leads, the fastest path to cash, the easiest way to find clients is in-person networking. I probably generated about $30,000 in my business just through in-person networking. Find networking events that appeal to you, that your ideal client might hang out at. So that could be anything from a local chamber of commerce. Maybe it's a women's networking event. Maybe it's a mom group, depending on the type of business that you have. But actually meeting people in person, it ups the know, like, and trust factor, the ability to shake hands, build relationships, have a cup of coffee. Fastest path to cash, fastest way to build relationships in a really, really great way. Depending on when you're watching this, we might still be in a COVID world where unfortunately in-person networking isn't happening as often as we would like. But the good news is that a lot of those organizations, they're still meeting virtually. So don't be afraid to look up those organizations and get involved and check out like their Zoom meetings and things like that. Because as soon as we can get together in person, it's a really great way to generate leads. Oftentimes people who are members of networking organizations, they have large networks. And remember, every one person that you meet can introduce you to more people. So in-person networking, by far best way to generate leads, fastest path to cash in your business. Second way to generate leads in your business is to leverage your warm market. Who is your warm market? It's people you already know. Because remember, I said it before, we do business with people we know, like, and trust, who already knows you, right? Who in your warm market has a network of people that you could potentially serve. So making sure everyone that you know knows that you have a business, knows the problem that you solve, knows the type of work that you're looking to do is super valuable. So if you're coming out of a corporate job, which previous professional contacts do you have that might be able to get you in front of a crowd of people? Maybe it's a speaking engagement or a podcast guest, right? But who already knows you, who is willing to make those introductions and help you generate leads and connect you with those people. Those are always going to be your fastest path to cash because it's in person, it's building relationships. And there's nothing wrong with being an online entrepreneur, but in-person relationships are just a lot easier and a lot faster to build. The last 2 ways to generate leads are online strategies. For me, I love Facebook groups. I love using Facebook groups as a networking option, right? For me, hanging out in Facebook groups of my ideal client has by far generated, tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in my business. What does that look like? For me, it looks like showing up as serving, right? Same as I would at an in-person networking event. When I go into a Facebook group, I want to meet as many people as possible. I want to build relationships. I want to be seen as a helpful person, as a useful person, as a person with good ideas. And I do that by just showing up to serve and connect and get involved in conversation. So for us, what we do, we choose 3 to 5 Facebook groups where our ideal client hangs out. And don't worry, if you don't know where your ideal client hangs out, just find groups that you enjoy hanging out in, right? People you have things in common with, people that, you can connect with and you would want to have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine with, right? Pick those groups, hang out in those groups, and hang out in service. It's the fastest way to get into conversation, and it's the best way to generate leads. Finally, number 4 is Instagram, right? I've been fighting Instagram tooth and nail, call it generational, I don't know, but Instagram is such a connection-friendly platform. That is literally what Facebook or Instagram wants you to do on their platform, is connect with other people. They want you to spend time there. So what does that look like? How do we generate leads using Instagram? Well, 1, there's Instagram stories, right? Showing up in your stories, providing value, sharing ideas, being helpful and valuable and connecting with your audience is a great way. Another way is in your feed, right? Great way to build trust and authority is putting out content. Simple content, don't spend a ton of time on it, but that really allows you to educate, connect, and provide value to your audience. And then finally, of course, there's the networking piece of Instagram, right? Going through and interacting with potential ideal clients is such an easy way to get into conversation. Comment on their stuff, reply to their stories, DM them and tell them how awesome you think that they are and that you loved their brand, right? But really building relationships and starting conversations on Instagram is super easy, and Instagram loves that platform. I love things like voice memos and video memos on Instagram. Really, really awesome way to connect with people and very quickly generate leads. So there you have it, 4 ways to generate leads. In-person networking, even if you're doing it virtually right now, is by far the fastest path to cash in your business. Second is to leverage your warm market. What contacts do you have that can get you in touch with potential clients? Third is Facebook groups, hanging out in Facebook groups of your ideal client, providing value, viewing it as a networking opportunity. And then finally, using Instagram, using all of the tools that Instagram gives you in stories, in the feed, and then most importantly, interacting with other people, right? When you are brand new to business, my friends, unfortunately, we're not in a place yet in our business where people are reaching out to you often and consistently and saying, hey, how do I work with you? Hey, how do I work with you? Hey, how do I work with you, right? We actually have to go out into the world and build those relationships and make invitations to be part of our world. And all 4 of the ways I just mentioned are fantastic ways to do that. If you want to continue this conversation, if you want more training, coaching, and support on how to get clients, how to connect with new people, how to network, connect, sell, and serve, we would love to have you in the Ambitious Women Entrepreneurs Mastering Sales Skills group. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we are doing our totally free 5-day training on the Uncensored sales system. It is my proven 5-step system to build a 6-figure foundation in your business. That will happen on July 20th. So make sure you click the link below and register. And then finally, come hang out with us on Instagram at Uncensored Sales, and we'll see you in next week's video.